Hello students, welcome once more to online class for class 10th computer applications. Our today's topic is programs on string handling. In the programs of string handling, we take input from the user in the form of a string. String can be a word, it can be a sentence, or it can be any other string. So in these type of programs, after taking the input in one variable, we find the modified string and that we store in another string variable. So in today's session we will discuss what are the important things required in all the programs of string handling and how to design the programs of string handling. So first we will discuss which things or variables are used in all the programs of string handling. It means these things are common in every program. So first point is these variables are common in all the programs of string handling. First we need input from the user in the form of a string. So we need to store the input in a variable str1 of string type. Then I is required to control the loop, and the loop is required to extract the index of each character present in the string. L is required to find the length of the string. It means how many characters are present in the given string. Char ch, character type variable ch is required that will store or extract each character present in the given string. Because in the programs of string handling we need to find each character of the string and the logic is applied on each character. So to store each character we need a character type variable ch, and to store the modified string or result, that will be a string. So we need a string variable str2, and we must store blank in that variable str2. Why blank is stored? The reason is in the programs of numbers you would have already studied that when we want to store the sum of many numbers we initialize the variable s with 0, and when we want to find the product of all the numbers we initialize the variable that will store the product with 1. In the same way, when we deal with the programs of string, to find the modified string we need to store blank in the variable that will store the modified string. This is the reason blank is stored. So first point is very important. In all the programs of string handling these variables are must. So whatever may be the question, you need to declare these variables. The name of the variable can be different, but these variables are required. Besides these variables, in some programs we need some extra variables. That depends on question to question. Now we will discuss the programs of string handling. Starting with the first question. Write a program to input a string, convert each alphabet into its opposite case, print the original and new string. Sample input is given, welcome to school. Here you can see first letter of each word is capital, and in the sample output Lowercase letters are changed to uppercase letters and uppercase letters are changed to lowercase letters. So you can see first letter capital W is changed to small w in the result, and other characters of first word which are in small letters, they are converted to capital letters. So same thing applies for other two words also. And wherever we have space between welcome and to and between to and school, space remains unchanged. So first we have to plan how we will design the program. So first we need a string variable str1 to store the input. Now we need to extract each character of the string. If the character extracted is uppercase letter, then we have to convert it into lowercase, and lowercase letter should be converted to uppercase. And if it is neither lowercase nor uppercase, it means digit or special characters, so that we will add as it is. Now see the program code, how it is designed. I have designed this program by function argument. So str1 is the variable that is used to accept the input from the user. Like I had told you in the first point, in all the programs of string handling, two integer type variables L and I are required to store the length of the string and to control the loop for extracting each character's index. Char ch is required to extract each character of the input string, and to store the modified string we need str2 of string type, and blank should be stored in that. So after declaring these variables, first thing we have to find the length of the string. So L equal to str1 dot length. So number of characters in the str1 will be stored in L. Now loop is required to find the index of every character present in the string. We know that first character is present at 0 index, that is why our loop starts with I equal to 0, and the last character of the string is present at L minus 1 index, that is why I less than L. That is the last iteration of the loop. Don't write equal to here, because the last character will be present at L minus 1 index and I plus plus. So from 0 index to L minus 1 index, each index is incremented by 1. So by this loop, we will be able to extract the index of every character present in the string. So when I is 0, ch will store character at 0 index. We have studied caret function. Caret function stores character at I index, because I is the argument here. So when I equal to 0, character at 0 index from the source string str1 will be stored in the variable ch. It means first character of the string will be stored in ch, because first character is present at 0 index. Now we have to apply the logic on this character. Objective is to change uppercase into lowercase, lowercase into uppercase, and other characters like digit and special characters must be unchanged. So first if condition is to verify whether extracted character belongs to uppercase or not. So if CH belongs to uppercase, then we need to change it into lowercase. CH plus equal to 32. We know that difference of ASCII code between lowercase and uppercase letter is 32. Lowercase letters have ASCII code 32 more than their corresponding uppercase letters. So if CH belongs to uppercase, we need to add 32 in the ASCII code of that letter. That will store the corresponding lowercase. And control will not go to else part, because if else if ladder is designed. Then we need to add the modified character in str2, because str2 stores the modified string. So if condition satisfies, then character extracted will change into corresponding uppercase letter. After that character will be added in the result. But if CS does not belong to uppercase letter, then it will go to else part. In part, another if condition will start. It will check whether CH is lowercase letter. If it happens, then CH will be modified to corresponding uppercase letter, because here we will subtract 32 from the ASCII code. And after that, CH will get added into str2. So the same loop will continue till the all characters are extracted. So that is our objective. From the given string, we need to extract each character and then apply the logic on the characters. Uppercase will change to lowercase, lowercase will change to uppercase, and if character does not belong to letter, in that case if will fail, so this line will not run. Else if will also fail, so this line will also not run. But this line will execute every time, whether character is uppercase or lowercase or any other character other than uppercase or lowercase. So in case character is not a letter, that character will get added as it is. So when digit is found or space is found, that will get added. So when the loop will be over, then we need to print original string that is stored in str1 and the modified string that will be stored in str2. So that is our program code. See the variables. str1 is declared to accept a string from the user as a input. str2 to store the modified string or result. L to find the length of the string. I is the loop variable to extract the index of each character present in the string. ch is character type variable that will extract each character present in the given string. So now we will see the program. After the program, I will explain the working of this program. So let us see the program first. Same program is designed here. So I will show you the result directly. Logic I have already explained to you. It is designed with function argument. So in this console box, we need to enter the string inside the double quotes. So same input I am typing here. Welcome to school. First character is capital in all the words. So after pressing the enter key, you can see the input. Welcome to school. New string after changing the case. Uppercase is converted to lowercase, lowercase is converted to uppercase, and space remains as it is. Let us see some other example. Now I am typing my name here. You should verify the result with different inputs. It will give you confidence that your program is working for all the inputs. So you can see we have got the modified string where lowercase is changed to uppercase and uppercase is changed to lowercase, and space remains as it is. Now I will explain the working of this program. Please pay attention to understand the working. Since it is first program, so you need to pay attention, otherwise it will become difficult for you to understand. And similar type of working is required in all the programs. So if you understand here, then working of other programs will become easy to you. Now see the logic. Suppose our input is stored in str1, that is welcome to school. str2 is initialized with blank. Now L stores 17. It will store the number of characters. Let us count how many characters are present in this input. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 and 17. Space is also a character. Now L will store 17. We have got the length. Now loop will start. I equal to 0, I less than L, I plus plus. So loop will start from 0, it will go up to 16. So 0 to 16 loop will run 17 times and we have total 17 characters. So one by one all the characters present in the string will get extracted. When I equal to 0, ch will store character at 0 index. So here in the working you can see first character is capital W. So at 0 index ch will store capital W. After that, if condition will satisfy, because capital W is a uppercase letter, then body of if will run. When if's body will run, then ch will store corresponding lowercase letter, that is small w. After that, else part will not run, then it will go to the statement where we need to add ch in the final result. So str2 equal to str2 plus ch, that is the statement. So here you can see str2 equal to str2, that is blank, plus new character ch, that is small w. So when character small w is added to blank, we will get the result in the form of string, that is small w. So first character we have added in the final result after changing the case. So when the body is over, then I will update when it is 1 less than 17 satisfied. So same process will repeat again. When I equal to 1 is less than 17, that is true. Now ch will store character at 1 index, that is small e. For small e, if condition will fail, then it will go to else part. Inside the else part, we have another if. That if will satisfy because ch is a lowercase letter. So small e will change to capital E. So that is why ch will update from lowercase to uppercase letter, and after update this statement will run. It will add the new value of ch in the result. So str2 equal to previous str2. Previous str2 was w here. One step back we had got small w in str2. So this plus new character capital E. So we will get WE. So first two characters are added in the result after changing their case. In the same way, when I equal to 2 less than 17 true, ch will store small l. Now if will satisfy, so ch will update to capital L, then capital L will get added in previous str2. So after adding we will get WEL. So working of first three characters I have explained. In the same way, our loop will run 17 times from the beginning till the end. So same thing will apply for the other characters and we will get the desired result is stored in str2. Then finally we will print str1 and str2. I hope this working should be clear to you now. Now we will see second program. Accept a string. Find the number of spaces and number of words present in the string. Sample input we have how are you. Here you can see in the input we have two spaces. Between how and are one space, between are and you one space. So in the output we will display total spaces equal to 2. Now here we have three words how, are and you. So number of words are 3. Suppose we have a single word only how. So in case user enters single word how, then how many spaces will be there? No space. It means space will be 0. And how many words? One word. So when the space is 0, word will be 1. When the space is 2, number of words will be 3. When we have two words how, are, then here we have one space but the words will be 2. So try to find out the relationship between spaces and words present in the any type of string. So if you analyze these three examples, you will find that number of words are always one more than number of spaces. So in this program our logic will be to find how many spaces are present in the given string. When we get that value, then in that value we need to add only 1 to find the number of words present. So our logic is based around finding the spaces only in the given question. Let us see the program now. This program I have designed with a scanner class. So first we need to import the package. Class name, method name. Now the declaration of variable, like I had told you. str here for accepting the string, li to find the length of the string and to find the index of each character present in the string. So I is loop variable, L will store the length. Here we have extra variable s and w. And that char ch, it is common in all the programs. Here I have taken chr. Chr will extract each character present in the given string. So in the previous program also we had seen input str is required, L and I is required, char ch is required. Why these two extra characters are required? S is required to find the number of spaces, W is required to find the number of words. Since it is an integer value, so declare these variables with int type. Why 0 is stored in S and in W we are not storing anything. In the programs of numbers, you know that when we add something in a variable, then variable must be initialized with 0. That is why S is 0. W is based on S. When S will be found, then W will be S plus 1. That logic I had told you. In all the strings, number of words are always one more than the spaces. Now for taking the input we need to declare scanner object, then display a message, enter your string. Next line is required to accept the string. After that, first we need to find the length, that is str.length. Same loop is required that we had done in previous program, I equal to 0, I less than L, I plus plus. So loop will start from 0, it will go up to the last but one index of the string. And we need to extract each character of the string. So chr equal to str.char I. Up to here it is same as the previous program. After this statement the logic will change. We need to find whether each character belongs to a space or not. So if chr is a space, then s++ will execute. In the beginning s was initialized with 0, it means no space. So from the beginning of the string till the end, wherever space is found, this if condition will satisfy and s will increment by 1. So when all the indexes are covered and wherever space is found, that many times s will get incremented, and after the completion of the loop s will store the spaces present in the string. Then finding the word is very simple, just add 1 in s. That will be number of words. After that we can display number of spaces and number of words. Variable description of this program: str to accept the string as input, s to store the number of spaces, w to store the number of words, l and I as usual like previous program to find the length of the string and to control the loop to extract the index of each character present in the string. chr will extract each character present in the string. After that working I will show you after the execution of the program. So let us minimize it. Now first we will see the program here. Just now I have explained the whole program to you. Same program is here. So let us see the result. First I am typing one word, Satish, my name. Result you can see number of space is 0 and number of word is 1. Now we will verify the program with second input. If we type a string of 2 words, here you can see Satish space Kumar. How many spaces are there? 1 space and the word is 2. So you can see here also it is working. and one more result. Three-word name. Now you can see space 2 words 3. So logic is clear here. If you verify these 3 examples, then number of words are always one more than number of spaces. Now we will see the working of this program. This is the most important thing for you to understand. Suppose in str we have stored how are you. In the beginning of the program you can see s is initialized with 0, that is why s is 0 here. L equal to 11 for this input. Let us count how many characters are present here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So for this particular input L is 11. Now our loop will run from 0 to 10. So 11 times loop will run and all the 11 characters will get extracted. So first time when I equal to 0, chr will store character at I index, that is 0 index. So here you can see when I equal to 0, chr will store character at 0 index, that is first character, small h. Now we have to verify whether it is a space or not. So in the logic it is written if ch equal to space, only then s plus plus will execute. So first time if condition fails, because ch is small h, it is not a space, so s plus plus will not execute. So s will remain as it is, that is 0. It means space is not found. When the body is over, again I will update when I is 1. For 1 is less than 11, that is true. This time chr stores second character which is present at 1 index, that is small o. Here also space is not found, so s will not update. When I equal to 2, chr will store small w, that is the third character. Again we don't have space, so again s will not increment. When I equal to 3, this time chr will store space. If condition will satisfy, so s plus plus means s equal to 0 plus 1. So first space is found. In the same way, from 0 index till L minus 1 index. Loop will run. Wherever space will be found, S will get incremented by 1. So S will store the total spaces present in the given string. That is the logic here in the program. When space is found, then W equal to S plus 1. Number of words are one more than space. And after that, we can print the spaces and word. So I have explained 2 programs today. I hope you would have understood both the programs. Today I am explaining only 2 programs. So please revise these programs. Try to understand it. On the basis of these programs, try to solve some exercise programs yourself. And it will be better to you to see the solved examples or solved programs given in the book, so that you may have idea how the programs are designed. So in the next video we will study some more programs related to string handling. Till then, take care. Thank you.